How's that Ubisoft stock doing heading into the weekend? Oh, God, that's terrible. But that's just the past month, right? In the past 6 months, it's got to be... maybe it's just a little blip, okay? Maybe the past 6 months haven't been great. Oh no, it's absolutely cratering. And even over the past 5 days, it continues to go down. And yeah, over the past day or so... Not great. Not great at all. 1169 nice euros. Oof. Back, hey man, 6 months ago, back when, things were flying high, back when it was trading just about 50% better, only down 41% in the past 6 months. It's only down 50% in 2024. It's only down just about 60% in the past year, and then in the past 5 years down 83, just about 84%. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But you know what's going to go ahead and take Ubisoft out of this nosedive? Banishing men from the creatives room. Oh my God. Like, if you were purposefully trying to tank a company, this is how you do it. Just become out and out racist, sexist, bigots. It's so funny. Like, they'll go ahead and claim that about their critics, about anybody saying that, yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't looking that great, and oh my God, Star Wars Outlaws is a disaster. You're an ist and a phobe, but when they come out with these mentorship programs and they specifically say straight white men need not apply, what else are you supposed to call them? But the Ubisoft mentorship program, developed at Ubisoft, it discriminates against males based on the fact that they are men. That's what happens when you put women and French people in charge. Ubisoft mentorship program titled Develop at Ubisoft appears to discriminate based on one's sex. I don't know how they get away with this. This just naturally seems against the law. Like, there were civil rights laws that are out there. I understand that they were, designed for a certain group of people, but it applies to all people at the end of the day. On the official Ubisoft website, the developer states at Ubisoft, we want to build the most creative, diverse, and inclusive teams. You don't actually care about the most creative teams because you've been milking the Assassin's Creed franchise, Far Cry franchise, hell, licensing Star Wars. When have you done anything unique? All right, X-Defiant, and that's plagued with diversity, and it's dying on the vine. Fantastic. Skull and Bones, how well did that work out for you? All right, you made a pirate game and you can't swim. It's the first quadruple A experience. You guys are doing real great. So glad that you've, integrated diversity, inclusion, supplemented it with some creativity, and you've got 2024 on the docket. Good for you! And that's exactly what Develop at Ubisoft is all about: empowering and supporting underrepresented genders. Underrepresented genders. I mean, we've taken a look at some of the staff photos that Ubisoft has put out, and you would be hard pressed to find a man, not just anybody that you look at and go, are you like a real man, or who are you trying to fool? No, just a guy in general. But here's the thing, when you start prioritizing this stuff, stop me if you've heard this before, you don't actually prioritize competence. All you're doing is prioritizing check boxes. It then clearly states the program provides mentorship opportunities for women and non-binary individuals, students and fresh graduates with less than 2 years of experience interested in video games to develop their skill set in game design and programming. We want to empower you to learn, grow, and become the very best developer that you can be. Yeah, it's fantastic. Here's the thing, I've heard people talk about this before, and if you're a guy, you could just go ahead and say that you're non-binary, and you could troll them by saying, oh, what is this? You don't want to validate my gender identity? You don't want to be a part of these studios. Okay, this is the writing that's on the wall. When they start doing this type of stuff and you take a look at that stock price nosediving, Ubisoft isn't long for this world. Why would you want to sign up for a mentorship program? Unless, of course, you just want to quickly get some experience so you could throw it on a resume so that you could go work at another soulless corporation that's still going to treat you like cattle at the end of the day, but really, put up a pride flag every June and go, we got your back, queers. Like, if you want to subject yourself to that crap, be my guest. But this is not a situation you want to find yourself in, because ultimately, it's totally untenable and you're signing yourself up. You're positioning yourself to be the first mate of the Titanic. The program is open to candidates from the United States of America, which one would assume it is, to follow U.S. law, which prohibits discrimination based on sex, something Ubisoft is clearly doing with this mentorship program. If the above introductory paragraph wasn't enough evidence that Ubisoft is discriminating based on sex for this Develop at Ubisoft program, the company's website makes it clear that one must identify as a woman or non-binary individual, be 18 years or older, currently attend or graduated in or after spring of 2023, have less than 2 years professional experience in game design, be legally entitled to work in a country that you're applying for. Yeah, apply at only one location. Interesting. Submit an individual entry. Oh yeah, and of course, only something this stupid could come out of Ontario, especially in the Toronto area. As noted by YouTuber Dread Roberts. Okay, this program is not new and has been around for at least 4 years, given a blog post. Yeah, about previous mentees and mentors sharing their experience, states, oh my god, it was horrific. I learned absolutely nothing, but I can tell you and can list off 80 different gender expressions and identities. For the 4th year in a row, the Develop at Ubisoft mentorship program helped promising women and non-binary talents shape their dream career in gaming. Can you tout any success stories? You say, hey, that's the woman that graduated this program and she's gone on to do such great things at Ubisoft, inspire Yasuke to be the character that you want to go with your feudal Japanese assassins game. Okay. But yes, helping, promising women and non-binary talents shape their dreams career gaming. Over the past months, 90 mentors and 19 Ubisoft studios welcomed 90 mentees who brought a fresh perspective and ideas. If you have everybody caged into this ideological bubble, how much fresh perspective are you really getting? How many new ideas are flowing through this crap if everybody's in the same headspace? I'm just wondering. Then into game design and programming, and got to develop their own creative project. We just haven't seen any of that manifest out of Ubisoft. Ironically, Ubisoft Senior Vice President of Production Technology, Guillemette Picard, who sponsors the program, talked about the importance by citing her own history of male and female mentors. I've had a great mentors over the years, men and women who helped me grow and shape my professional experience. Mentorship was and still is a rich and humbling journey. It allowed me to take a step back, challenge myself, seek new perspectives, and build my work. And I believe that it is enriching for the mentor as it is for the mentee. That's why I'm so enthusiastic about the potential of Develop at Ubisoft to empower women and non-binary individuals, except for them dastardly evil men, spit on you, who are in early stages of their professional life and the industry, a space we are still underrepresented. Bitch, you complained your way to the top, okay? You didn't toil away in game development for years and years on end. You're already the Senior Vice President of Production Technology. I'm sure you earned that through merit and not blackmail. I'm 1000% sure of that. Just take a look at the stock price, because obviously there's competent people at Ubisoft calling the shots. Dread Roberts also discovered that this mentorship program appears to be part of something called Project Rise at Ubisoft. Fantastic. That doesn't sound sinister. Ubisoft's then president of Global Diversity, Inclusion, and Accessibility, Rashi Sika, another chick, discussed the project back in September of 2022 in an interview on Ubisoft's website. Sika is now the company's Chief Diversity, Inclusion, Accessibility, and Social Impact Officer, a distinction without a difference. When asked about the key priorities of her team over the next few months, Sika replied, "We have several exciting key projects that are about to launch. The first is our first ever global self-identification program. Not any games, nothing fun. It's just how do you identify on the day. We're so excited about this program, where we will invite team members to share additional information voluntarily and confidentially about their identity. Who gives a shit? You're making video games, not having a sewing circle about what if you identify as deerkin for the day, such as gender identity, race, ethnicity, or disability. The information will help us understand the experience of each person from a much more inclusive lens and allow us to take actions that truly support our colleagues." Jesus, I don't need to hear the rest of this crap, but what are we talking about here? In fact, in the same interview, Sika revealed that this program has increased the percentage of female employees from 22 to 25%. Wow. Gender equality has been a priority at Ubisoft for a while now. Yeah, we could tell because of the quality of games. Thanks to the great work of our talent acquisition team and investment in our HR leadership, women now represent 25% of our team members. Now, I don't generally have a problem with women in gaming. I think Amy Hennig is one of the finest writers that, the medium has ever known. She got pushed out by a great ally and male feminist in Neil Cuckman, who has ruined the once great reputation of Naughty Dog, unless, of course, you talk to bootlicker Jeff Keighley. It's just, when you're doing diversity for diversity's sake, and your diversity is, yeah, we specifically want one group and we're going to shun the other. We know what they mean by diversity, because they want to say that the other side talks in dog whistles all the time. But when you're specifically and purposefully discriminating against a group of people, not inclusion. That's not diversity. Sure as hell is equity, but it's even more simple than you want to say that it is. It's not a mentorship program. It's not certain initiatives. It's revenge. It's taking retribution for a perceived slight that women haven't been allowed in the video game industry. Women haven't been allowed in comics or Hollywood for a long time, and it's about time that we get our pound of flesh. And that's what they're getting right now. And that's what we're having to deal with throughout all of entertainment. Ubisoft just happens to be the shining red boil on the ass of the gaming industry. And it is just about to pop. And it certainly will after Assassin's Creed Shadows flops in about 60 some odd days. Can't wait. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.